With a problem as big and complex as human trafficking, a lot of people have a hard time getting their arms around it. So let me tell you this story to try to help us understand this issue. Imagine if we're walking through the forest and we come to a huge river, and to the left is a giant waterfall. And to the right, we see there's all these streams and creeks and things coming into this river, making it huge. And as we look closer, we see there's women and children out in the river, and they're screaming and they're wanting to be rescued. And as we look to the left at the base of the waterfall, there are these women and children that have gone over the waterfall, and they're hurt and they're broken and bruised. And then we realize upstream, someone must be throwing all of these women and children in. And we're faced with this brutal decision because that river is just like human trafficking. We come to this point where we see this river and we say, what am I going to do first? A lot of people choose to jump right in and they rescue women and children. We call that rescue. Some of us go down to the edge of the waterfall and we try to help those that have already been hurt, and we work with them, and that's called restoration. And then there's others that say, we need to get up to these headwaters. We need to figure out what's going on way upstream. And we call that prevention, demand reduction, all sorts of things going on up there. And there's some that say, everyone needs to hear about what's going on, and so they turn around and they run back to the villages and all the towns that they've crossed to get to this river, and they tell people, hey, there's this river and you need to know what's going on. We call that awareness. And all of these pieces are so important because trafficking itself is this giant river. It covers the globe and it's extremely complex. And that's what Rescue Freedom does, is we try to approach this from a holistic perspective, tackling all of these issues all at the same time, all over the world. We're probably most known for our restoration work. Right now, 750 women and children in care, in restoration care, rescued 594 women and children last year alone. We're also doing a ton of prevention work. We go into the most hard red light areas around the globe, places where kids are growing up in trafficking environments, and we teach them how not to fall into the river. That's prevention for us, and demand reduction is something that we're very serious about. Over 49,000 women and children over the last few years that we've been able to touch through the work, and really it's through things like Freedom February that we've been able to take part in this. Trafficking itself is like a giant network, and that's why Rescue Freedom is structured like a giant network, because we believe that to effectively fight this, we have to be a network ourselves. So thanks for your part in Freedom February.